key to this is just communicate. Some guys I had some guys coming through here and like, we don't talk. We've worked together for 10 years. We know what everybody's doing here. I was like, oh, but what happens if you have somebody that rows in, you know? So communication's never wasted, right? It's always a good thing. So I'm going to have you guys come up.
Sam, you want to run it?
Assume your role.
Sam? Yeah. Cool. I'm your friend. Sam, you're going to run it.
All right.
So what do we want to do, Sam?
So sizing the compression.
So the nice thing for you,
pulse and
this gentleman has no pulse. He is not breathing. We have an unknown downtime.
so we're going to start a compressed right away, get the monitor on.
So you have the pads. I left the pads just because of the adhesive. Wrap it off on.
I can be other EMT.
So we're going to have you work on the airway. Okay.
So you're doing an airway. What are you thinking about with airway?
What's that?
What are you thinking about an airway on this guy?
Initially feelers, so we're going to open the airway, check see if it needs suction first.
Okay, so
Needs suction.
are you thinking an adjunct? Okay,
Yeah.
or are you thinking immediately an IGEL?
Immediately the eye gel,
Okay,
and if he takes the eye gel, then
he does take the IGEL.
okay.
Okay,
So we're going to look at our rhythm.
what are you seeing on your rhythm right now?
We got E-fib,
Okay,
so we're going to shock him right away.
okay, so hang on. So this was unwitnessed.
Unwitnessed,
So what do you want to do? Keep working on?
keep working him.
Get that right?
Keep that.
Because it was not witnessed
Do we have
We're working
internal?
for 2 minutes.
for 2 minutes. So what is Ty doing? What should Ty be doing right now with his
I should be
depth?
watching his depth and his rate,
Okay.
making sure both the bars, the diamonds are filled up.
Okay.
Watching the rates about between 100 and 120. His depth's about 2.
So it needs to go a little
2.4,
deeper,
a little
right?
deeper.
Just a little bit. So the tall cylinder, that's your brain perfusion. The diamond is your heart perfusion. You want to keep those pretty filled, right? If anything changes, you'll start to hear a siren on that. It'll start to light up, and that means just something's not going right.
Okay, Christy's getting an IO.
Chrissy's got an IO.
Got a bag and a pressure diffuser on it.
Okay?
And then we're going to give that first round, it's going to be epi.
Okay? So when you guys are on the chest, are you guys calling out, hey, I'm at 30 seconds?
Yeah, I'll call out.
So
30
if
seconds.
this person's still in VFib, what are you thinking?
So right now I'm going to charge it. Ready
Okay,
to shot.
you're gonna charge it. Remember how to charge it? You know, charge. You want to hit it again? So, yep. When you hear that, you know it's charging, right? Where are you at, Ty?
I can't see the time
So
anymore.
okay, so here's what I want to point out. That's why you're watching the monitor, you start counting, right? Especially.
Charge.
So keep
So
going
charge it.
until he's
200,
charged.
right?
No. Okay, off the chest,
Off the chest. Everybody
Charge.
clear.
immediately. Okay, and then the next
Okay,
person
back in
needs to
compressions.
jump on, right?
Yep.
Switch
You
compressions.
guys should be switching,
Okay.
so it's seamless.
You can't do
So
that.
you
Right, right, so I know.
I'm the other EMT.
So we want to make that seamless. So as soon as he gets toward that last 15 seconds, if you're in a shockable rhythm, you should be charging this thing up so that when he comes off that, you administer it, next guy jumps on, right?
tight.
Jump
Yep.
jump in it.
All right, got another epi on for you, Sam, so you got 2
You
epis
guys
on
at
there.
30 seconds.
So we can get
When Ty calls out 30 seconds, everything else stops. We are now preparing to do the switch. So that can be 100% seamless. At 30 seconds, all this other stuff stops. We're not doing IOs, we're not doing IVs, we're not doing any of that other stuff.
Just go to
So
that.
the next person gets in line. And what do you guys think about your mercury right here?
It
You can
is
open it.
correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
So think about that too.
Okay.
And then make that, his hands come off, they give a shock, your hands come back down.
You gotta wait till you get to ACLS. You gotta get to ACLS before you can give the ACL.
Thank you. Because I had so many, telling Captain Shutt, I'm like, how do you work in this? Because typically, this is what MICR, we do the 800 of chest compressions, we do the 3 rounds of
30
epi,
seconds.
then we switch to the other drugs. I know you're not a medic, but you're.
30 seconds, fill it.
So I'd almost wait till you get to the 10 seconds to get the charge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would
Then you
10,
can count to
15,
10.
yeah. You just don't want to be waiting for that charge, right?
All right, 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
7, 6,
How are you
5,
guys gonna make this
4,
seamless?
3, 2, 1.
Everybody clear?
Charge. You come on, and he
All
comes
right,
off.
back on.
Right? You're gonna have a couple more people on scene with you, right? And it's tight in here, we know that.
And we got 2 EPIs
Two,
already.
I can do your third here
And the third.
before
So
we get to the 30
let's say
seconds.
we got 3 EPIs on, we've done 800 compressions, we're raising up to, we're coming up to 800. Now you have you're finishing up that last round of compressions, and you start to see, what do you start to see?
Start to see an organized rhythm, so we're gonna check for a pulse.
Once you get to,
Okay,
round.
so
Once we
finishes
finish the
round.
round.
So let's say you charged it and then you see a change in your rhythm, right? Okay. What would you typically do to dump these joules?
Up and down and down.
Okay, that was one way. And I'm gonna show you, disarm it up here. Did you guys all see that? You know that. Disarm it. If you can dump the joules here, but then you're married to this. You have to adjust it and remember where you were last and adjust it accordingly. It
Okay.
doesn't auto adjust for you. If you dump it over here, it keeps it here for you.
Okay.
Make
got it.
sense?
Yeah.
This is something new with these x-rays, okay?
Sam, what other things are we considering right now?
So we're gonna get a blood glucose.
Good.
What
What else are we considering giving?
Trauma, we're gonna give amio.
We can
Well,
give them
you can
Narcan.
stop.
Give
So
Narcan, yeah,
we're-
because we don't
Good.
give amio anymore because she changed rhythm.
Check for
Or
a pulse.
check
Shake for a pulse. Okay, so what rhythm is this person in now?
Science Brady,
Okay,
does he have pulso?
he has pulses.
got a
he has
pulse.
So he's
now
not
we're
in
gonna
PEA,
do-
you've got pulses back, you've got ROSC. So what are some of the things that you might be considering for this patient at this point? Once you get a blood pressure,
Consider atropine.
Okay.
bolus.
bolus,
Bolus, where you got the pressure
Bolus,
infusion back on.
atropine, okay?
And then
What-
pacing.
Pacing, what else do we have?
The epi push dose.
Push dose epi, right? So you want to make sure you have your pressure. Your pressure is 60/40. It's
Okay.
still not great, or 60/30. So those are things. You want to start with fluids. You want to make sure the lungs, you can fluid them, right? You can do the atropine, but pacing. So if we're doing pacing on this guy, which I think is a good option, their heart rate is at 40, how would we start to pace this guy? What do we need to do for this guy to be paced?
So we got the 4 lead
Okay,
on.
okay.
We want to move the pads back, or do we keep it?
I would leave them.
Okay.
I would leave them
Yeah, leave it
exactly
there.
where they're at. So
Then we
how
go
would we
into-
pace here? Tell me what's the steps
So
for
we go
pacing?
into the charge, then we go to sync, or not
No,
sync.
'cause that's
We go to
That's a sync cardio
pacer,
where you're
right?
Yeah.
So let me get out of this. Get out. And then go back. There we go.
Okay,
So now the output, my rate between 60 and 100.
okay.
So 70 is good.
So 70 is probably a good one to
And
start.
my output, I'm gonna just increase that up
Yeah, but
until,
what do you want to do first before you increase the milliamps?
make sure it's on demand, not,
Okay, you want to make sure it's on demand,
and then start pacer,
right? That's always a good thing to start with, right?
right?
Start low and then up.
And then go up to the milliamp, the output,
Okay,
and increase that
Okay.
until I have mechanical capture.
until you have what?
Mechanical and
mechanical,
electrical capture.
electrical, correct.
So we're gonna, once I get electrical, I'm gonna check to make sure I have mechanical also.
Okay, so let's say you've
then-
got you've got electrical. This isn't on the QRS, it's before that, so you can see where it's being paced,
Mhm.
right? So then you want to check pulses,
Check pulses,
Okay.
make sure they're matching the rate,
right?
monitor,
Good,
and then once that, I can
Don't
go.
check up there.
Um,
The contraction of the
Up and
patch
down
can cause
5.
the muscle to
Okay.
spasm here, so you think it's a pulse.
Perfect.
Okay.
all right, so you got that, okay? Any questions on that? That seemed pretty straightforward, you guys all know how to do that.
Pacer.
Pacer, okay? One of the couple of things that we didn't mention too, I'm gonna get you out of this part. Turn it off, okay? The code markers, you guys know about code markers? Right there, you can add those. Those are time stamped, so you can't change those. You know, if they're accurate, put them in there, right? That's sometimes the easiest way. Hit the code marker. Give an epi. There's more. If you guys know about the camera, the snapshot. So if you hit that, the thing about the snapshot is it's for the 4 lead. Anytime you're not delivering electricity, but you're administering a medication like in Denison, you want to push that. It'll print it out. It'll show that what's going on before, during, and after. Again, you guys know this stuff is not getting uploaded into our Zoe right now, right? So take a picture of it but I also want to take a snapshot of it because it's gonna go into the computer brain, okay? So anytime you're doing a 4 lead, any significant changes, block, you get a 2nd degree block, starts to go into a complete block, maybe that kind of stuff you see that looks kind of cool, take a snapshot of it, okay? Have you guys uploaded the code yet on these?
I have not.
Okay. And you guys, have you guys talked about it at all?
We have, we've had issues with the connectivity with,
Are you doing it when you get back to the station?
yeah,
And it's not doing it at station 5?
well, I'm gonna say when I was at Station 1, we probably had 4 or 5 problems with it, with the connectivity.
Okay.
I don't think
Just-
I haven't uploaded one at Station 5 yet.
Has Taryn, when that happens, are you guys notifying EMS if you told
Every time.
Tanner? Every time? Please
Yeah.
do. But typically what's supposed to happen is you go to the log, you're gonna go to the envelope, and then you're gonna go, is this the current, close out this case, or you wanna continue? And you're gonna use these to do that. And then it's gonna pull all the calls, and you're gonna pick which one you want. You're gonna transfer it, and it's gonna go into the cloud. This allows Beta and Ryan to look at what you did as a code summary. If you guys have any questions right now with what we went over? Okay,
You guys know how to upload now? Okay.
okay. So if you guys, as you're going through the algorithms, if you continue to study them, please, if something just doesn't look right, or it's like, I'm confused on it, send us an email, because I'm putting together a list of stuff that we're kind of going through, okay?